Hey guys. Hey, hello. Yeah. Shall we start? Can you guys hear me? Can anyone say yes? Can you guys hear me? Guys, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, okay. That's what I wanted. Okay, let's start the session. I am Priya. I'm a watercolor artist. I've been doing watercolor for past 2 years, and I'm also a digital illustration artist. So today, let's start with miniature art watercolor painting session. Okay. Yeah. So I will let you know about the materials that I have. Okay guys, okay, thank you. So I am using Canson 300 GSM watercolor paper, and I have two size 0 brushes. Okay, two size 0 brushes. I think you guys can see it, right? These are very tiny, with tiny tip brushes. And I am using Brustro Watercolor for the painting, and the painting will be like 1 inch miniature size of this size. Okay, and the size of this 1 inch painting. Okay, if you have any questions, please ping me, guys. Please post there. I will answer you. Okay. Yeah, ask me if you have any queries, or I will start the session. Shall we start painting? Okay. Okay. Yeah, can you hear me now? Is it clear, and is the video clear? So today, first let me tell you guys about a few things about the miniature art. Before going into the session, I want you to understand how the strokes works. I want you guys to practice a bit before starting with, because it gives a better brush control, like this. Okay, like before you start with calligraphy. Okay. So if you are very new to miniature art, try to do this. Start with a bit of practicing session, like draw lines, tiny lines, or in broad lines, do some practice before starting with your art, because it gives better control of what you've been doing. Okay, try to make very tiny lines, thin lines, and bigger lines, or some shapes, like if you guys have been if have done calligraphy before, you know what you're doing, like you are just preparing yourself for the painting. This gives you better control over the brush because the brush is too thin. So yeah, please ask if you have any questions regarding miniature art or painting or the colors I'm using, or any techniques that you have, or any queries, or if you have seen before any of my art. So before, like I said, try practicing strokes. So I have seen many people say that miniature art is difficult. So it is not at all difficult, guys. Actually, miniature art is less expensive. It is very easy and less expensive. I can get this brush at very low cost, and even the paintings, it is not none of the art material is that expensive actually. If you want to start learning or do the process, and you can find a lot of good products and uh, affordable products in pen paper scissor. Actually, you go take a visit at their site, and they have these brushes and Faber Castell zero size brushes too. So yeah, if you want to start with miniature art, please check their site. So such strokes will help you in the practice session. Okay, so I just, if you are a fresher starting with miniature art for the first time, do that. Now let's start. As I said, this art is going to be 1 inch. Let me draw a scale of 1 inch. So the previous art that I did is this one. It is it is actually less than 1 inch of size. So this is the one that we are going to do now. Okay. And yeah, I do miniature art. These are the other arts that I have done before. So first start with a line. This is the background, that the green line, green area. If you want, I'll keep it here for reference. Okay, this is what we are drawing. Okay, keep that for green area, and I'll draw the house here. Draw it a bit higher than the line that we have drawn. Okay. To show the different perspective, we are drawing it a bit slanted. Okay, here, the hut, I mean the top part of the house. Okay, hope you guys can understand what we are doing. I will erase the unwanted spaces. Thank you, Pratik. Thank you so much. So here we will be drawing the tree. I'm just drawing the skeleton of the tree because anyway I'm going to fill with color. So yeah. And these are the greens that we are going to add, and here's the sky. Yeah, Pratik, just a minute. So yeah, this is the hut we are drawing now, and this is an Australian pink robin, I guess, and this is a squirrel, and this is an octopus. I think that's all. There is another book. I can show you that. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I can do a session for this. There is many other tiny arts like this, stuffs like this. We'll do a separate session for that. Okay, so yeah, once this background is done, let's start painting. Even for the pencil art part, I would recommend you guys to start with strokes like this, and you can try with tiny boxes or lines and shapes, because that gives you better control over what you're drawing. And the best part of doing these miniature art is, uh, once you started doing large size art like A3 A4 sizes art, you can add the details in a better way, in a very great way. So this really helps in many types of art. Whatever art you're doing, you can add the details in best way. So okay, now I'll be using a dark green color for the grass. So the back side will be a bit dark. Now leave little spaces for adding the light color. The behind of the house is going to be dark because these places are going to be covered with shadow. Uh, yeah, Mihimi. Yeah, these are my handmade note. So let me explain how it works. So here under these tree, I have made the colors bit dark. Okay, can you see here? Here it is dark because of the shadow of this trees, and behind the house it is going to be dark again with the shadows. Here next to the house it is also going to be dark because of the shadow, and these places are not with any shadow. There is no shadow from any part of the houses or plants, so this place is going to be light. Okay, so that's how we are going to fill the color now. Okay, so let me fill the dark colors here. Add a bit of dark with the green so that you get better a darker shade for the shadow. Here and here. Many, like I said before, many have messaged me like, how can you do miniature art? It looks so difficult. No, not at all. For me too, guys, every art, whenever we start getting to know about those, it looks really difficult. But once you start doing it, it is so easy, and it is, you know, anyone can do it, and it really helps you with more patience, and it also helps with your bigger sized art. Okay, so do not hesitate to start. It is not at all a big deal, because I started with this just an year ago, and I'm already at this phase. I can do even tinier arts. So don't hesitate to start. Don't think that it is difficult. She can do because she's been doing it for a long time, or others went for classes. I didn't go for classes, not at all. So yeah, please give it a try and tag both of us, myself, aquarel therapy and pen paper scissor. Once you're done, once you have uh, tried this art, when you posting, when you're posting. Yeah, Pratik, I'm definitely going to do a session on that sometime, on those this one and how to make tiny palettes. We'll definitely do a session about that. So now give your light shades. This is like a more fresh green, fresh grasses. Do start with this, guys. It is a very meditative process, and I keep telling this because it really helped me to understand a lot, like how this many concept works, perspective works, and it also you can finish it in a very little time. I'm actually have to extend this. If I finish it soon, I will be starting with another art. So yeah, it is one of the easiest art form I have ever come across. That might look hard, but it is not at all hard. So this is how it works. You give bit more light and dark green color. Okay. Yeah. And now for the house part, I'll go with dark brown. This one. I have mixed brown with bit of black and red to get this color, rustic color. You know those old tiles, brick tiles. I also want to give a pattern here, like those brick tiles. So first I'll be giving doing these tiny lines to give a pattern. Later I'll cover it with the color. It kind of looks like the brick tiles. Okay. Please post if you have any questions regarding this. Okay, now I'll take a bit of black and add a little more lines on the tiles, like this. Thank you, Art Studio. Thank you so much. Okay, now you dilute the color black a lot, like a trans. Okay, bibliopolis, the colors used for brass is this color is I used yellow and green, and this is dark green, and this is green with black. I will maybe I can do a little recap on what colors I have used at the end of the session. I hope that is fine. So now with a mild black color, we are giving a shape for this house. I don't want to use it. Yeah, I don't want to use a lot of black. So little that it defines the shape of the house. Okay. And here you can add a little more black at the corners. It looks like shadow because of that heart, top of the heart. And here. The brush size I'm using is 00. It is not necessary to use this brush size, but yeah, it gives better details. So I'm adding shadows here and on this side too. Okay. So now I'm mixing for the how for the door part. I'm mixing a dark brown with a bit of black. It gives an old wood effect like that we use for the tiles. Okay. Just fill it with that color. Yeah. You can add a little like this, like a way. Now let's go to the cloud part. So I will fill this space with water to give that cloud effect. After clouds, we'll do the tree part. Okay. It's okay. Once you fill this space with water, take this blue color, a bit of blue. You don't need to work much with the blue color. You just have to keep a few drops here and there. That will spread it by itself. Dilute the blue and thank you, Pratik. So yeah, you have to just spread it randomly like this. That's what you're saying. It's too hot here, so the water is getting dried soon. Okay. So just spread this blue color here and there like this to give the cloud effect, sky effect, okay? And after that, add a bit more darker blue, a little bit of, not much, a little bit of dark blue. to show the concentration. See, this is also a bit dark. What I have done is a bit darker. So make it light. And spread it to the lighter spaces. I usually love to keep it more white color than blue color. Okay. Okay, let it dry for a few seconds and then we'll add the trees here. By that time, let me add little more details on the tiles of the house and add another layer of just tiny lines. Can you see this? The size of the lines that I make, it should be very tiny to give the tiles effect. And I'll add a bit more shadows here and there. I think bibliophile asked, right? Yeah, bibliophile, we are using these shadows here and there as per the objects in front of it. So here we have the house and here we will have the tree. So like here. So here we have the house and the tree. So these spaces are darker like the shadow, okay, because of those tree and house. So add a bit of dark here and there to show the dark green color. Okay, this is all good. So I think it is dry. Yeah. So now let's paint the tree. For the tree trunk, I'm using brown with little black color. Here a little line is enough because we are going to cover this place with the tree. And here too, we are going to add two trees. This is anyway it is going to be get covered in the greens, but still it will give a bit of branch effect. um, I want to talk about this one thing, guys. When many people's have pinged me that I can see you doing a lot of good art, but I think you are doing it better because of art supplies. I want to make it clear here that no, not at all. No art supply is going to make your art perfect. You have to start with that, only that can make your artwork perfect, and you have to start with, and you have to start trying, and you have to start practicing. Only then you'll get the hang of it. And it is not at all necessary that you should have a great quality or very pricey art supplies. There is a lot of affordable art supplies available, so that is enough to create a great art, beautiful art for learning. So once you start learning, you will gradually grow. So that is not at all necessary that you should have some 1,000 2,000 rupees art supplies. There is a lot of good quality art supplies at affordable prices available. You can, yeah, like I said before, you can check the website of pen paper scissor. They too have a lot of affordable art supplies. So do not think that our art supply is it gives a difference, but it doesn't mean that you have to buy it instantly, and that only that can, do not discourage yourself with that. That's what the point is. So first I added a bit of light green to show the budding parts of the plant, and now I will be adding a bit of dark green. And a little bit dark to the trunk part. And now I'm highlighting, I let it dry for some time, and then I'll add the branches. So now I'm highlighting the parts with a bit of black here and there. So that's all, guys. This is we are pretty much done, and once it is dry, let me add a bit more branches. Yeah, the paper, bibliofile, I can see you are asking for the paper. We can use any paper, either 200 GSM or 300 GSM, anything works. This one I'm here using here is Canson 300 GSM paper. But yeah, any paper will work. I have tried with the different types of paper, hot press, cold press, 200 GSM, 300 GSM, everything. It is not necessary that you have to use specific GSM papers or specific quality papers. So if you are doing A3 size art or large size art, there will be a lot of water usage which will buckle up the paper. But here in miniature art, we will not be using a lot of water, so it is not going to buckle your paper a lot. So you can use any GSM paper. So I'll add tiny lines like branches, which gives a little branch effect here and there. And that's all, guys, we are done. Maybe you can add a little signature of yourself, you know. So that's all the art part. Please ask if you have any questions. And bibliopolis, I'm coming to your question. The colors that we have used is, I don't know whether you can see my palette. Okay, first I'll be using dark, I'll let you know. For the grass part, I have used this green. What is this green called? Sap green. Okay, I have used sap green and a bit of black color. I have used a bit of black, which gives me a bit darker color. Sorry, no, bit darker color that I have used here. And which mini journals would you recommend? So I haven't come across any commercial mini journal so far. I have seen one. I don't know which brand that is. I think it is Ayush paper. Yeah, I think it is Ayush paper. You can check it in one of the giveaways, that the recent giveaways in pen paper scissor account. I think there is a miniature journal, but I haven't used it so far. You can give a try for that one. And these are handmade ones. I can take a session on that too sometime. I think someone requested for that. So this is the green color I used, and now for the light green I'm using yellow plus the same sap green, to get this color, this effect. And for the final part, for few places I have used just green, this green, like here and there. Okay, do you guys have any queries regarding this? Please ask. Yeah, sure, I will do it, Pratik and Bibliopolis 3. Do you guys have any queries so far? Or we can end the session. And the colors that I have used here, this is just a bit of blue and mild blue here. For the clouds I have used blue and cerulean blue. This is cerulean blue. I am using a Brustro watercolor, guys, not artist grade, just normal one. Okay, and then black and brown here, black and brown, this and black part for together. Okay, hope this helps, and yeah, that's all, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay, thank you, Rahul. Thank you. How to take care of the brushes? Pratik, if you check my page, I have recently added some videos on how to take care of brushes. Actually, there is a lot of problem that you can have with your brush. You know, like even insects can eat your brushes. So I have added few tips on how to take care, and maybe I can, make a session on that again. Or we can do a live session together on that. There is a lot of problem that your brush can face, so there is a lot of tips to take care of your brushes, so I will do that. And thank you, Richa. And yeah, guys, if you have any queries, please post or I will close the session. Any queries, or shall we close? I hope we are done. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you for joining me today, and hope we'll have a better session, another session sometime. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone. And here is it.